Welcome, fellow cinephiles, to Movies Review. Today, we're diving into the enigmatic world of immortality, where legends walk among us, hidden in plain sight. Buckle up, because this isn't your typical movie review. We're about to unveil secrets that will leave you questioning reality itself. In this gripping video, we'll unravel the untold story behind The Old Guard, a film that defies time and mortality. But why should you stick around? Well, my friends, here's what you're about to discover. Andy, Andromache of Scythia. She's not just ancient, she's practically a living legend. Imagine surviving wars, plagues, and empires. Andy's seen it all. Booker, the brooding philosopher with a tragic past. His immortality isn't a gift, it's a curse. Joe and Nicky, the epic love story that spans centuries. These two redefine till death do us part. And then there's Nile, the fresh recruit, a marine who defied death and stumbled into their world. A sinister pharmaceutical CEO, Merrick, wants to exploit their immortality. Why? Well, that's our little secret for now. Imagine eternal life in the hands of corporate greed. It's like Highlander meets Wall Street. Brace yourselves for glimpses of history. The Immortals fighting alongside Alexander the Great, Joan of Arc, and even at Studio 54. Ever wondered who really won the Battle of Thermopylae? Spoiler alert, it wasn't just 300 Spartans. Sure, they heal instantly, but at what cost? Imagine watching loved ones age and die while you remain unchanged. We'll explore the emotional toll, the weight of forever. Merrick's goons are closing in. Swords clash, bullets fly, and secrets unravel. Will Nile embrace her destiny, or will she run from eternity? But wait, there's more. Stick around for lesser-known facts, like why immortals make terrible investment advisors, and how they invented the first-ever YOLO meme. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss our next revelation. And remember, in this channel, spoilers are immortal enemies, so stay tuned. Before we talk about the battles they've waged or the secrets they guard, let's focus on the core of their existence: instant healing and invincibility. Imagine wounds closing in seconds, bones knitting back together, and life slipping through their fingers only to return unbidden. These immortals are no mere legends. They've walked battlefields, whispered in the ears of kings, and danced through history, yet their presence remains veiled, hidden like shadows in plain sight. Why? Perhaps it's the fear of discovery, the knowledge that their gift could tip the balance of power. Their scars tell stories: the slash of a sword at Thermopylae, the gunshot wound in a World War I trench, the poison arrow during the Ming Dynasty. But these scars fade, leaving behind only memories etched into immortal minds. So, as you watch The Old Guard, remember this: their immortality isn't just a blessing, it's a burden. They've loved and lost, fought and bled, and all the while the world spins on, oblivious to their silent vigil. And why do they remain hidden? Well, my friend, that's a tale for another time, one that unfolds in the shadows, where ancient oaths bind them, and destiny weaves its threads. Stay tuned, fellow seekers of truth. The immortals await, and their story is far from over. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're just scratching the surface. Before we talk about the shadows that loom over our immortals, let me introduce you to a man who wields power like a scalpel: Merrick. He's not your average CEO. He's a puppet master pulling strings in the dark. He whispers, eyes gleaming with greed. Imagine the patents, the breakthroughs, eternal life packaged in a pill. But Merrick isn't content with theories. He wants proof, the kind that sells stocks and silences skeptics. So he hunts them down, one by one. And when he captures Nile, it's not just her life on the line, it's their entire existence. Tell the world, he taunts, or watch your secrets crumble. And there lies the crux: exposure. Imagine headlines screaming, "Immortals among us, governments, religions, chaos." The immortals have danced through history, but this waltz could be their last. So, my friends, keep your eyes peeled. Merrick's chessboard is set, and the pieces move silently. Will Nile break or defy him? Will their hidden sanctuary unravel? Remember, this isn't fiction. It's a game of survival. And as we delve deeper, ask yourself, would you trade mortality for eternity? Subscribe to Movies Review, where truth is stranger than fiction. The next move is yours. Before we talk about the shadows that loom over our immortals, let me introduce you to a man who wields power like a scalpel: Merrick. He's not your average CEO. He's a puppet master pulling strings in the dark. Immortality, he whispers, eyes gleaming with greed. Imagine the patents, the breakthroughs, eternal life packaged in a pill. But Merrick isn't content with theories.
He wants proof, the kind that sells stocks and silences skeptics. So he hunts them down one by one. And when he captures Nile, it's not just her life on the line, it's their entire existence. Tell the world, he taunts, or watch your secrets crumble. And there lies the crux: exposure. Imagine headlines screaming, screaming, "Immortals among us!" Governments, religions, chaos. The immortals have danced through history, but this waltz could be their last. So, my friends, keep your eyes peeled. Merrick's chessboard is set, and the pieces move silently. Will Nile break or defy him? Will their hidden sanctuary unravel? Remember, this isn't fiction. It's a game of survival. And as we delve deeper, ask yourself, would you trade mortality for eternity? Before we delve into the present, let's rewind the tape. A flicker of memory, a whisper of ages past. The immortals carry their histories like old books, dog-eared and worn, each page etched with triumphs and heartaches. Imagine a battlefield where bronze clashes against steel, where empires rise and fall like tides. There stands Andy, her name echoing through centuries. She's seen the rise of Rome, the fall of Constantinople, and the birth of revolutions. Her sword has tasted blood from the hands of conquerors and liberators alike. She's danced with kings, whispered counsel to queens, and watched civilizations crumble. But behind the stoic facade lies a weariness, an ache for lost companions, for the innocence of forgotten villages. Andy's immortality isn't just about survival, it's about bearing witness. Their love isn't a footnote, it's a symphony. Picture Renaissance Italy, the scent of olive groves, the brush of silk against skin. Joe, Yusuf, and Nicky, Niccolo, meet on opposing sides of a war. Their swords clash, but so do their hearts. Enemies become allies, and then something more. They've whispered vows in ancient languages, kissed under moonlit arches, and held each other through endless nights. Their love defies time, transcending battles and borders. When Joe says, "I'd follow you into any fight," he means it, whether it's the Crusades or a modern-day skirmish. And so, my friends, as we watch The Old Guard, let's honor these glimpses, the echoes of valor, the ache of love. For immortality isn't just about living forever. It's about weaving stories that stretch across millennia. Subscribe to Movies Review, where legends come alive and love knows no bounds. Before we talk about the clash of steel and the unraveling of destiny, let's set the stage. A storm brewing on the horizon, shadows converging. Picture a moonless night, rain tapping on cobblestones. The immortals, Andy, Booker, Joe, and Nicky, stand shoulder to shoulder. Their swords gleam, centuries of muscle memory guiding their strikes. Merrick's goons swarm like ants, guns, tasers, and corporate ruthlessness. But these immortals have faced worse. The Crusades, the Spanish Inquisition, and office politics. Nile, the fresh recruit, trembles. She's not just a Marine anymore. She's part of an ancient brotherhood. Her wounds heal, her instincts sharpen. As Merrick's forces close in, Nile feels it, the pulse of eternity. She's not just immortal. She's a weapon forged in defiance. Her purpose? To protect, to fight, to endure. And so, my friends, as the rain washes away old grudges and new blood stains the ground, watch closely. For in this final battle, secrets will spill, loyalties will fracture, and immortality will be both curse and salvation. Before we delve into the heart of this immortal saga, let's peel back the layers, the whispers that echo through time, the weight carried by those who defy death. Imagine an existence without expiration dates, a tapestry woven with threads of centuries. The immortals heal, but scars linger, the ache of lost companions, the burden of witnessing empires rise and fall. They've danced through wars, revolutions, and quiet moments. Yet, immortality isn't a gift wrapped in gold. It's a curse etched into their bones. Forever means watching loved ones age, civilizations crumble, and memories blur. Immortality demands sacrifices, their own blood spilled on battlefields, their hearts torn between duty and desire. They've traded mortality for purpose, and sometimes purpose feels like a noose. Picture Andy, her sword ablaze, fighting for a world that forgets her, or Joe and Nicky, their love enduring across lifetimes, even as empires collapse. These immortals aren't solitary figures. They're a chosen family, a mosaic of souls bound by shared blood and shared battles. When the world turns its back, they turn to each other. In the quiet moments, around campfires, in dimly lit safe houses, they find solace. Their loyalty isn't just survival, it's love, fierce and unyielding. And so, my friends, as we unravel their story, remember this: immortality isn't about escaping death. It's about embracing life, even when eternity weighs heavy. Subscribe to Movies Review, where legends live, love endures, and secrets whisper through time. And so, dear viewers, as the credits roll and the screen fades to black, we leave you with this. The immortals continue their silent mission. They're not heroes with capes. They're shadows in the night, guardians of secrets. Booker, our fallen comrade, faces consequences, his betrayal etched into their shared history. But this isn't a tale of endings. It's a prelude to eternity. Remember, they'll always be hunted, their immortality a double-edged sword. Governments, corporations, revelations, and whispers in dark alleys. They're everywhere. But you, our loyal viewers, hold the key. Like, subscribe, and join us on this immortal journey. Let's keep their secrets alive. Movies Review, where legends thrive and eternity awaits.